Hi guys, Thomas and Friends 47 here, and today we're taking a look at the brand new for 2023 Thomas and Friends push along but also motorized compatible Percy's Connect and Build track bucket. And here you can see the packaging is basically the bucket itself. There's this nice cardboard wrap that shows an illustration on the front and what's included on the back that all wraps around this tunnel assembly. Here you can see the top with that nice three-way switch. Of course, Percy's attached with a zip tie there. And then on the bottom you can see that nice X-track on top of the tunnel, and of course the legal information and different Mattel copyright information. Alright, here as it is with the lid off, and you can see that nice branding continues through on the cardboard. You can see how everything is nice and packed inside. My sticker sheet was a little bit crumpled, but it wasn't too bad. And here's the instruction sheet that's included with the set. It shows you how to build multiple layouts, and kind of gives you an idea of what this pack is about. Here's the back of the instructions, and here's what's included inside the set. So you see that you have this nice tunnel assembly, the three-way switch, of course you have these nice girders, that awesome buffer piece, I love those, want more of those. Again, more girders, and then here's the track selection that we get, and I'm sad to say, we don't get a lot of just plain straight tracks. In fact, there's only 2 of them included in this set. Now let's take a look at the engine included, and this is a muddy Percy. And you can see there's a lot of great details here. The mud splatter on the sides, a different color for the wheels, it's really cute. And Percy's face here is adorable. So you have the buffers that are painted there and that nice little smile. It's just absolutely cute. Here's the other side, and it's basically the same with slight variation. Here's the back. And these push-along models of Percy always remind me of Oliver. I think it's that bunker. And then here's the bottom, and you can see Percy's name on the bottom there. Alright, now let's take a look at the three-way switch, because this thing is cool. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted this set. Now the first thing that you notice, this is elevated, so that's going to make it a little bit challenging using this in a basic layout. You'll also see that the switch doesn't really have a set position, meaning that it's completely free roaming, and I think that could be a problem with some motorized engines, depending on how frequently you run them. Here's the other side. Finally, a look at the top. You'll see that great grass detail there on the sides too, with the rock detail, and the bottom. There's that switch lever. Alright, now is this nice tunnel assembly, and you can see that this is basically just a bucket, but it kind of looks nice with the rock details on it, not too bad. The portals are stickers, and that sign up there is a sticker as well. Here's the other side, the back. And you'll see that the alignment on this sticker was a little bit better just because of how I was placing it. Here's the other side. And here's a look at the top, and you'll see there's some nice molded details up there. You will see that the ties are individually shaped like the All Engines Go ties. Then you have like little tools everywhere. It's pretty cool. And here's a look at the bottom, which is kind of plain, but what do you expect? It's a tunnel. Alright, now here's the buffers. And I have to say, I love this piece. I want many, 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 many more of them, and I really do love this piece. And this one actually is a variation because it has some muddy detail, and I think that's a great touch, and something that really goes to show the amount of detail they really put into these All Engines Go toys. Very cool. See, there's a little screwdriver and some tools on the back end there, too. Here's the bottom. Alright, next up, here is the track layout all set up, and you can see it's a pretty sizable layout. I had a time just fitting it onto my set here, and you'll see it looks pretty good. Now, one thing that is a little bit weird, you do have that piece of track left over. I don't know if that's just because I didn't do something right. I believe it's that way in the instructions. But here we can see, if we start Percy along on his journey, just push him up the big hill here, and then he arrives at the top. You can see he's going to sail down the bottom, and this is really fun because once he gets around to that last curve, he never stays on the track. And there's something really, I don't know, I hate it because, I hate sending Percy off the rails, but it's actually kind of fun too. Alright, then we send him back on his way through the tunnel, and I think kids would have a lot of fun with that part too. Here's the tunnel. He goes through out the other side, and then he's ready to start his journey again. And then we come back up, right back to the starting point. Now, you can also switch the loop so you can have him run on this individual circle if you wanted to as well. I think that's cool. Alright, but let's see this with a motorized engine, because I think that's where most of the fandom will have the most fun with this set. You can see we start Thomas on the way. By the way, Thomas not included. Just for those watching who don't know. We send Thomas up the mountain and then down the slope there. Very, very cool. He arrives safely at the bottom, in through the tunnel, back out the tunnel, and then around the curve. And he actually did pretty well on the three-way switch. It surprised me. And then you can also set him up on this little loop of track so that he runs in that nice circle too. You can't see though where it's kind of moving it on its own. And I think over time it's going to do that and cause some problems. But all in all, not bad at all. Alright, so with that being said, what do I think about this pack? Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, it's not a bad pack, and I think that it was engineered very smartly. And what I mean by that is all of the All Engines Go items have really paid close attention to detail. It's kind of backwards from what we saw in the previous Trackmaster range, where less detail was kind of their focus. Everything from the muddy tracks, to the muddy engine, to even the buffers having mud painted on them, there's just that level of detail that really immerses you into the world of AEG. And I do think it's a fun pack for that reason. I think it's very detailed. However, I don't think it's a great track pack for long-term collectors. So I think if you're starting out, if this is going to be your first starter set, or you're buying this for a younger engineer and this is their first starter set, I think this is a good one to go with, because you get switches, and you get different routes, and you get hills, and it's really going to help expand and establish that world. However, if you're a long-term collector like myself, and you already have a lot of track sets, there's not a lot of value here, because the three-way switch you can't really use without elevation. So if you're trying to fit this into a standard Trackmaster layout, you're not really going to be able to do that easily. There's not many straight tracks. There's only 3 total, and one of those is a hill slope piece, so that's going to cause problems if you're looking to get more straight tracks. Because what seems to happen is we get a lot of curves, but not a lot of straights. So, for that end, it's not a great value for long-term collectors if you're trying to get more track to expand your layout. However, again, if you're just starting out and you want a good starter pack, then I definitely recommend this item. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think about this pack in the comments below, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.